To the Vault XL. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to have to be brief because I'm working right now, waiting to pick up a client. But this hoax, is this a hoax? Before I say it, this is a hoax. So far, the information that I've listened to today, early this morning, is that no toddler has been seen on the highway interstate. A video has been released by the news and other people who have paid for footage of this young lady exiting her car, which is very strange to me. People wanting to buy information pertaining to police reports. I don't have that kind of time. I'm not about to spend $1 on a police report, such as a stupid YouTuber paying money for pictures of a dead boy, murdered dead boy. I ain't never giving up $1 for nothing. Not that serious. But anywho, no child seen on the footage. I was wondering why an FBI agent or ex-FBI agent was talking about this child not being seen. I didn't see the video or news release that there was no child seen. So now it has been released by AL.com, if I'm saying it correctly. So where's the child? Where's the missing child? Where's the Amber Alert? Where's the report of a missing child? In the video, naturally it's grainy because the eye in the sky is very high. Show her exit the vehicle. Looks like she goes around the passenger side of the vehicle. She does something, bend down, and then disappears. No cars are seen beside her, behind her, in front of her. So this appears to be possibly a hoax. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining me. This appears to be a hoax because if we don't see a child, we don't see anyone running up to the passenger side, driver's side. We don't see anyone tussling with her. I think she went on the side of the car, put the purse down, the wig down, and then walked into the woods. Many of you are saying that there's a road on the other side of that highway through the brush. And there's also a rumor of a text message she sent to somebody in Messenger. I don't know if that's true. Like I told Brittany last night, that could be a fake profile, somebody pretending to be her, putting out fake content that she wanted them to meet her on the other side of that highway. I'm not promoting anything pertaining to Messenger, Red Roof Inn. All I know is this story is whack. And it's sad to think negatively about a story because possibly she could have been assaulted, kidnapped, blah, blah, blah. But the point is, the footage is showing otherwise. We have a boyfriend now coming forward, speaking to the public that she fought for her life for 2 days, and he mentions a kidnapper. No kidnapper has been identified or found. So obviously this is the information she has told her boyfriend and possibly her family, that she was kidnapped. This is an ongoing investigation. Investigators are combing information, naturally CCTV footage from where she worked to where she went and got food at the Colonnades to entering the Interstate I-459. Mile marker 11. It looks like the mile marker is right in front of her car, as Brittany would say, convenient. Very interesting information. So what I want to ask is this to CARLEE Russell. If they can zoom this camera in to get a better visual, which I'm sure they have tried and done so, and they don't see anyone talking to you, pulling you out of the car, manhandling you, dragging you, no child, a visual of a child, what are you going to say then? What are you going to say then? God, I hate being over here. There's too much traffic over here. The point is, what are you going to say when the detectives say to you, ma'am, no conversation with a child, no conversation of her talking to anyone outside of the car. They only show her putting her wig and purse down. I also got information that from the news, her watch was in her purse. So why would your watch be in your purse? Wouldn't your watch be on your wrist? I would see your watch being on the ground where you struggled, was fighting, and it got pulled off, knocked off by mistake, broken. A watch in a purse appears to be orchestrated. You put your watch in the purse. Am I correct, Miss Russell? That you put your watch in the purse, you put your purse on the ground with your phone, belongings, left the car running with the keys in it, or a push start car. Wig to the side, wig on the ground, purse on the ground, phone left behind, watch in the purse, and then you went into the woods deliberately to meet whomever. So this leads me to believe that Miss Russell, you had help in orchestrating this crime. So now we have to ask why. Why would you waste the good resources of LE, K9, drones, helicopters, whoever got involved to try to find you? Why would you do that? One person I talked to who is on this platform called YouTube has said to me yesterday that perhaps it's a scam. Perhaps it's a scam by all involved, including the parents. And I said, well, damn, I didn't think about that. That would be very interesting if we find out this is a scam with the daughter and her parents to try to get money. We now hear that there's a GoFundMe. I have not heard of that. Because as I say, I try not to repeat gossip because I don't put my stamp on anything unless I get a receipt. So is there a GoFundMe? And then you have to ask yourself this, why would there be a GoFundMe? For what reason would you need a GoFundMe for a missing child that's only been gone 2 days? She walks in. That's another strange phenomenon. She walks in. Well, how did she get there? She banged on the door. Naturally, she didn't put her key in because she didn't have her purse. Does she even have a key to her own house? She lives with her parents. Some of you speculating strict rules. She wanted to go see somebody, which makes no sense. She's a 25-year-old woman. You mean to tell me she doesn't have keys to her own house? Number one. She's living in a strict house with parents where she can't go where she wants. That makes no sense because she works. So what are you trying to tell me? She has a curfew? I don't dig into all that and I don't dwell on those things because they're irrelevant to me. Once you're an adult, act like one. You don't like the rules of somebody's house? Leave. You want to live on your own? Go get an apartment. Go get a house. Get a roommate. I stick to the facts. And the facts are, video has been released and it doesn't appear to be a child and it doesn't appear that she's being manhandled, kidnapped, lured anywhere by a person or persons. Is this a hoax by CARLEE Russell? And if you orchestrated this, why would you do it when you had to have known they were backtracking all of the footage from the time you left your job, the restaurant, and entering the highway? And the highway has a camera. And the eye was on you, Miss Lady. So now you got to explain why there's no child and no abductor if you're claiming that you were abducted. I also hope that you're not saying that you were sexually assaulted because you know they're going to perform a rape kit, which I'm sure they did that already Saturday. What will the findings be? Will they find DNA of a male in or around on her purses, Miss Russell? Once again, no Amber Alert issued. Nobody said the child was missing. And the most interesting thing is something Brittany told me is that when she saw law enforcement standing on the side of the road when there were searchers out there searching for her, she said personnel was just standing around as if they already knew what was going on. Is that true? That when they got to the scene, they had a clue or a hunch that something wasn't right while her parents and family members were searching for her. I'm not here to make excuses for her, and I'm not going to make excuses for anybody that exacts a hoax, as I told Brittany last night. To willingly go out and lie that you were kidnapped, hurt, assaulted, beat up is a travesty because you're too old for that. Lying is what children do. When you become an adult, you don't walk around and make up stories about people. You don't lie on people. You don't say you were kidnapped, you were assaulted, you're being stalked. That's a sign that you have mental problems and you need mental help. You need to see a therapist if you feel the need that you have to make up wild stories. And I do not know if this girl has a mental problem, schizophrenia, she's a sociopath, but usually when you find people who make up stories about being kidnapped or hurt, they're sociopaths. They're ornery, they feel self-entitled, they want to be validated, they want to be important, they want attention. And frankly, the fact that she kept some of these neighbors' children where she lives, that's even more scary, that this person was trusted with somebody's child and she has the propensity to lie. And I don't care what anybody says, a liar is worse than a thief. Because with a thief, you know what to expect. If you don't know a person to be a liar, then you keep dealing with them until you get burned. Now these people are going to have to explain to family why their child exacted this crime and what the hell is wrong with her. And one thing I found interesting, they don't want to speak to the public just yet. They want to spend time with their daughter because they've been exhausted, not getting sleep. They will speak when they're ready. Law enforcement said they'll speak when they're ready to give a statement. The one thing the mother said that I found very interesting, I know she's going to come home. I know she's going to come home, come back to us. If she can make a way, she will come back to us. Well, guess what? She did come back to you. She knocked on the door on foot and exacted a heinous crime. I do believe she exacted this crime deliberately for whatever selfish reason. And now all of you are going to be standing before the chopping block to explain why. And naturally, it's not good to judge people on what their children and friends and family do wrong, but people are going to wonder what type of child she is and how you raised a 25-year-old woman to lie. Because we need the police, we need the FBI, state police to work real crimes. Children missing, grown-ups missing, abducted, human trafficking, and you're wasting resources by making up a damn lie. You entitled to believe the information from the video or not? You entitled to support this woman and her family. But it's a travesty if indeed this is a hoax, because now people are going to wonder what was the motive. When will police give us a statement pertaining to what happened a week ago? Will there be charges brought up if they can bring evidence that she has lied to authorities? And why do you all need a GoFundMe, if indeed there is one? I want to thank you for your time. Donate to this great network. $ Big Angie, 129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are welcome during all of my live streams. God bless all of you. I got to get back to work. I will continue this on my lunch break. I want to talk about the dirty YouTuber, Mrs. Av Girl, and also the serial killer. Thank you all so much for your time. This is the Vault XL.